Today we're looking at math lesson 19.2. We're going to do a little review. An open shape is made of curved lines or line segments, and it does not start and end at the same point. A closed shape starts and ends at the same points. It can be line segments or curved lines, okay? A polygon starts and ends at the same point, so it's a closed shape, but it is only made of line segments, okay? And also, you should have discovered the number of lines in a polygon, the number of sides, is equal to the number of angles. I can statement. I can identify angles that are right angles, greater than right angles, and less than right angles in shapes. Felix wrote this riddle. I am a closed shape with at least 3 angles and 3 sides. My sides are not all equal in length, but all my angles are equal. What shape am I? 3 sides, what is that? Tessa, sit up. Okay, a triangle. Okay. Let me clear this. I know. Okay. So, 3 sides. My sides are not all equal in length, but all my angles are equal. What shape am I? Oh, I'm sorry, I read that wrong. At least 3 sides. And all my angles are equal. So I can try a triangle, but that's going to be a little hard to get all my sides equal and my angles equal. Yes, we could draw a square. We could draw a rectangle. Oops. I'm a closed shape with at least 3 angles. My sides are not all equal, so we can't draw a square, Kelton. Because the sides of a square are all equal, and this says my sides are not all equal. But my angles are equal. Remember, the angles are these things right here. What these 2 lines make. This is how they mark angles in shapes. I'm going to erase this triangle. Well, no. Okay. So you should draw a rectangle. Okay. Cross your triangle out. That doesn't work. Okay. I did what wrong? I know. Okay, turn over your page. I don't want to hear that anymore. Turn your page over. Sanjay makes a coloring book with different shapes to color. One of the shapes is shown below. How can you describe the angles of this shape? Okay. Let's go to A. Use a square corner from a sheet of paper like this to check the angles in Sanjay's. Okay, so we're going to go through the steps. I gave everybody a piece of cardstock thing that has a right angle marked, okay? And I should have marked it differently now that I see that. Okay, so we're going to be able to hold that. You're going to be able to hold that in your thing. In the yellow box, it says a right angle is an angle that forms a square corner. The blue square marks a right angle, so we should have drawn a square on that. Take your pencil and make it look like this one. I didn't even. Where we drew the arc. Make it a square right here like this. Don't make a mess of it like I did. Where's the Eli? It does not say left angle. That's not what it's about. Okay, so a right angle is an angle that forms a square corner. The blue square marks a right angle. So it says use a square corner from a sheet of paper or this little card to check the angles of Sinjay's shape. So you should be able to lay your card on the point and it would lay right along the line. So I'm going to attempt to draw a square here. Do the sides of my square go along these black lines? So this one is not a right angle. Now, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to draw one, hopefully. Now, does this lay right along the black line? Yes. So this one is a right angle. You should be able to lay your paper in there and see. Now I'm going to try this one. Is this one a right angle? No. It goes down one, but it doesn't go on the other. So what do you think this one is going to be? No. Okay. All right. So it says use a square corner of a sheet of paper like this one to check. Circle the right angle or square corners in Sinjay's thing. So we are going to circle this one because it is the only right angle of this shape. Draw an X over the vertex of the angles that are not right angles. The vertex is where the angles meet. So you should draw lines over these little blue marks. Okay? Whoops. Okay? How do you know these are not right angles? How do we know that? Because they are not square corners. Okay, D. This closed shape up here in our drawing has how many sides? 4 sides. And what did I tell you? And how many angles? 4. And it has one, what kind of angle did we discover? Right angle. And blank angles that are not right angles. How many other angles are in our drawing? 3. So it has 1 right angle and 3 that are not right angles. Okay. All right angles are the same. True, true, true. The corner has to fit or it's not a right angle. Okay. Thumb up if you're ready to go on quickly. All right, here we go. The blue angles are right angles. So can you see the 2 blue angles? The red angle is greater than a right angle. So it opens up farther than a right angle. It has the same straight line, but it comes back farther, okay? And the yellow line is less than a right angle. You see why they say that? Why one's greater and one's less? Okay. Use the square corner to compare the angles in the shape to a right angle. And it says draw a small square to show each right angle. So I'm going to get my square back out and you take your square. See if you can find a right angle in this first shape. Lay your little square corner in there and see if you can find a right angle in here. Okay, so here in the classroom, they're taking their paper and checking this. I drew my little square boxes, and I found out in the first shape, closed shape, there are no right angles. And then somebody said, how do you know if the angle's greater or less than? Well, in this right here, this part of the angle sticks out past our right angle. So this one is greater than. Okay? On this one, on your paper, it should be hidden. So this one is less. Same here. This is greater because this, whoops, greater because this line sticks out. And this one is less because the line would be covered up. So go ahead and do your pentagon. All right, it says draw a small square to show the right angle. So this one had no right angles. Okay. This, however, is a right angle. So you should draw a square in the corner like this. If you're going to let you should. Okay. Now, these are not right angles. The line would have to come along here, and it does not. So this one is, if we had our square, this one is greater than a right angle. So we should X it, right? X ones that are not. Same thing applies on this side and this one. Okay, and we're supposed to circle these, correct? Okay, and all of these would be X because none of these were right angle. Whoops. None of those were right angles. Okay. Draw a shape that has exactly 3 right angles in the workspace above. Yeah. Can you do that? Oh, did I skip a page? Yeah, I did. This is on the next. I think I missed a page in my download. Okay. Okay, so to do number 3, C, you will have to draw a rectangle and then cut one of the corners off. Okay? Okay, go ahead and do the check your understanding at the bottom. Then come back to the recording. Okay, so here was the key. You were supposed to look at the blue angles. So this one is less than. If you put your little square in the corner, it's going to cover up this line. If you put your square in the corner of this one, it's going to lay right along the edges. And if you put your square and line it one edge up with this, you're going to find out the other side of your angle sticks out. Okay, because I don't have much time, I'm going to go on to the homework. It says Sean wants to compare one angle of a shape to the right angle. Explain how Sean can use a tool to compare the angle. Well, he can use his square corner card or sheet of paper, and if it's a right angle, and since the corner is a right angle, he can compare the angle with the paper corner with the shape's angle. So I'm going to type that in there for you. So this is what you should put to describe that, or some. And then on number 4, it says describe the types of angles formed when you divide a circle into equal parts. So we divided circles into equal parts. Okay, so this is like when we would draw circles and divide it into equal parts. So this is when we divided our shapes for our fractions. So they're talking about what are the angles of these? What are the angles of these? Angles in there. And those would be 4 right angles. Okay, so hopefully that will help you to get your homework done. And thank you.